Let's light our smoker. And let me get this in case I have to cage the queen. I usually put it in my pocket. Alright. So since I wash my hands, I have to smoke them again. It's a good thing, smoking yourself before you start touching it. You'll get sting anyway. Over here we're gonna do a different process. It's they overwinter. They look busy. So we're gonna checking up the first time this year. See how they're doing. If they're doing well, we're gonna raise them up. I'm gonna take the wrap out and the cover, the front guard out, and let's see how they're doing. They're the ones over winter, but they're not even leveled, as you see. I like to leave things natural. And I'm not very good at leveling things and doing things the precise way. I do things my way, and I work with the tools I have in nature. This is a box that just broke. It's garbage. Next winter we'll find another box that fits. So, ooh, lots of bees. I like it. Lots of bees. So far, looks like this is a shavings. This is the boxes I made my own. I put shavings and I put them on top like this. It works for me on winter basis to absorb humidity. I saw this someplace. I don't remember now what I watched or who I talked to that used it, and it works. Okay, we have a good starter box here. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 frames of bees, which is, it's good. I'm gonna see how usually I scrape all this out. I gotta put it aside. And again, this is a place that people I don't have my own place. People let me put the bees on their places, and I appreciate that. There's no rent, there's nothing involved. It's just people being nice. People like to see the bees pollinate the fields, and I enjoy taking care of them, and as well as making them happy. We usually scrape this extended thing. Alright, and this is the food I used. That's patties I bought it and I used for them to eat, which is I'm gonna usually leave outside whatever they don't eat, because I have to put a queen excluder here, and I'll leave it outside like this. If they're hungry, they'll get it. I'll leave it by the door. I don't bother too much. Let's see how they're doing. If you find eggs, or if you find a good nice laying queen, I'm pretty sure you're gonna find something. They're nice and sealed. Ooh, boxes. Alright, let me work on more. Sometimes you break these frames, because they glued this really good. So for people that don't know what the bee bread is, here's some of it. This is bee bread. This is very good. I'm gonna start on this side. There's more bee bread. They're feeding on it. They're really feeding on that bee bread, so they have enough food. They're carrying lots and lots of pollen. If you take a close shot in the entrance, see them carrying pollen. It's April 4th. in New Jersey. They are carrying lots and lots of pollen. So I'm not afraid of starvation anymore, because they will survive from this point on. There's lots of food out there. And this was a very small nuke in the winter that I thought was gonna die, and is right here, full of life, with 6-7 frames of bees. And there's pollen. As you see, they're carrying pollen. The pollen that they're carrying it, they're placing it right here. As you can see and close, that's all pollen, green pollen. That's right here. This is all pollen. They're storing pollen, and they're storing nectar already. There's a little converting nectar, so they're getting ready for the queen to start laying somewhat around this pollen, and to feed. That's to feed the eggs. When she must start laying already, so we must see lots of eggs in the next couple frames. And as you can see, all the bees I have, they're very calm. They don't go angry. And today is a very nasty day. It's cold. It's over 50, but still cold. It's good to open the hive. You can feel the heat on them. There it is. First frame of eggs. As you can see up close, this is eggs and larvae right over here. Let's see if I can hold this to tell. It's kept brood, and there's eggs. There's larvae right here. Yeah. So there's lots of it. I'm sure the next 3 frames are full of it. Same thing on this side. Beautiful frame with some nectar, and it's full of brood and larvae. Brood eggs and larvae. This is beautiful. If you see the mama, we'll show you the mama. I don't know if the mama is gonna let us see it. I don't never look too much for it, especially on this case that I'm not taking any bees from here yet. I'm not making a nuke yet. It has to be more compact. But there's another full frame of brood and eggs on both sides. Yep. There's lots of larvae. There's lots of bees catching. As you see, the entrance, they're busy. They're busy today. It's a cold day, but they're busy. It's a 50-degree day. Good for this inspections and see how they're doing. That's how I do my inspections. It's to see how they are. It's just finding about production. That's another frame. Beautiful frame. Hatching. Lots of new bees. And nectar. They're collecting nectar right over here. You have the rainbow effect. Nectar and pollen on this side over here, if you can see it. And there's nectar all around, and the brood, kept brood and larvae on the middle, which is perfect. In my opinion, I don't think it can get better than this. A hive at the beginning of the winter, I thought they died, they're dead, they're not gonna go anywhere. They come back, coming nice and strong as first signs of spring over here in North New Jersey. It looks like I missed our queen as usual, but she could be in the box. I mean, I don't need to see her. She's nice. They're putting nectar right here on this frame. It's the outside frame. They're putting nectar. That's beautiful. So they good. Our queen should be around. I don't bother too much. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna shift those frames a little bit towards the middle. I don't like to do that, but in this case I will do it because I don't like them to be from one side to another. So I'm gonna shift everything a little bit more to the middle so they can, I think that's the right idea to do it. That's how I do it, so it's not an example for anybody. It's just how I do it, and that's how it is, because that way they go from the middle, one side to another. And there it is. Look at that, full of pollen. Look at them with the pollen on their paws. With the baskets, with basket paws. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's put them together. Let's put them. That's beautiful. We have green, and they have. Oh, look at that! They even fall. Look at the pollen on top of this. They're letting moving frames, and they let it fall. The pollen is falling. That's how strong the pollen is today. They're carrying it. I gotta make some room. Take this out so the frame fits better. They seal everything. They're genius. I love it. They are genius. They're doing things that humans can do. They do genius stuff. They're carrying the most secret power on earth. How to make honey. Nobody knows how they do it, but they do it. Alright, for that we're gonna have our queen excluder. I use the queen excluder right at first sight from the beginning, so we don't see our queen, but I know she's in there. There's eggs, there's larvae. I don't need to see her. I'll just checking the frames. She hide from me. She might be inside on the side of the box. I don't particularly looking for her. So, and I'm gonna put a super on it. She has about 3 frames to fill up down below, but she will fill it up with eggs because they cannot come and lay up, so they're gonna have room for the queen to lay. So, and that way, whoever doesn't lay eggs can make honey on top of after the screen. So will maximize your queen excluded, your honey production. So I'm gonna take the shavings, the weather. So this is gonna be going into summer mode, spring mode, a haggler lid. We're not gonna take the shavings. We're taking the shavings home, and they will be in the good mode, spring mode. I have to fix this box somewhat because it's shifting. I had a branch here the other day. I keep putting a little stick underneath. At some point it's not gonna work, but while it works we're gonna keep doing it. Not too much. Perfect. There it is. The stick did the trick again. You need a bigger entrance. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. There we are. Voila. See? Now they're confused because they only have one entrance to go, is down the bottom. So, because they were going both entrances, that's why I make the bottom entrance bigger. So they only use one side. Alright, let's see how this is doing, if this died or if this is alive. Maybe this did, so who knows. Same process on this one. Oh, no, they're still alive. We have live bees. They have live bees, okay. That's nice. So the process will repeat itself. These seem shy to me. That one is more active. Let's see how they're up to. I have very calm bees. As you see, I don't use gloves. I don't use nothing. They a little bit less. They are probably needing help at this point. They're not as strong as that one. It's okay to show they're not strong enough. Let's see why. There's the bottom here. See if they have a queen, if they have everything to go on, or if they're starving. They might be starving. It could be. The winter is too hot. Too hot to begin with. I don't see much of bees here, so yes, at some point might be replaced with a nuke. They're still alive, but there's not a lot of bees. Let's see how they do. They have been eating the pad. It's only like probably 2 frames or 3 frames of bees. 1, 2, most of it 3 frames of bees if. I don't like the way it goes, but it's nature for you. Yeah. Still have a little honey. Still have a little honey. And some pollen and honey. They're little bees. I don't know what's going on, but I'll find out. They're not so friendly. Are they guarding the queen or are they queenless? Either or. Either or. They're not so good. A lot of food storage. They have pollen. Lots of pollen, lots of storage. But it's not enough. I probably have to put them in a small box, compress them a little bit, if they have a queen. There's a queen cell. Maybe the queen died. I didn't see larvae, I didn't see eggs, so okay. They probably have no queen. They're trying to requeen it, and the cells are nothing. Okay, here's another problem for us. No queen cell. There's queen cells, but I haven't seen the queen or eggs. So that means the queen failed. So far, that's what I can think of it. Let's see if you find a queen. No. Another queen cell over here. There's a queen. There's a queen. There's a very queen. There's a small queen in here. There she is. See it over here? Yes, she's moving. She's getting bigger. She's getting bigger. She's probably starts to lay. And if I had a nuke box, I would put her in a nuke box, because the box is too big for her. Only 3 frames of bees total. Yeah, only 3 frames of bees. You have to go find out, because if you have a nuke box, I would like to put her in a nuke box to compress, and so she can start laying eggs. 5 frame, yeah, because that's too much. There's a queen, so there's too much. Oh, let's clean this up while you're at it. Here's our nuke box. Here's our nuke box. It'll be exactly on the same place because it looks like there's some hunters out there. So let's see. Grabbing all these bees. Now you have to make sure you put the queen on a nuke box too. So there's nothing, very little nothing, so it's like I'm gonna start on one end. See how many frames I have for bees. There's our queen. Beautiful queen. You see? It's right here. Not this one. This one is not. That one is. She's in the middle of the box with her troops. 2 frames of bees. Let's see how they're doing from now on. We're gonna minimize the space so they're gonna be warmer, less space, so they're gonna be better. I believe by doing this we might save this hive. We hope to save the hive because that's our main concern, is saving the bees. So let's see if we save them. We'll follow up with that, and until next time, save the bees the natural way. See, there's a lot of them out. There's a lot of them out hunting for pollen, gathering pollen. So not as busy as that one, but I'm sure in probably a couple weeks it will graduate from this into that again. So yeah.